Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Footballology. Thanks you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys see my day one review of the combine. This is gonna be my day two. So we have quarterbacks, receivers, quarterbacks, receivers, and tight ends. They definitely took care of business today. A lot of people earned some money today, in my personal opinion. A lot of people opened up some eyes, and also a lot of people felt like separated themselves from everything and everybody. A couple of guys on the receiver end, and then we go to the quarterbacks. Chris Godwin definitely earned him some money today. Looked fluent, looked good in his drills. Definitely ran well. A lot of receivers ran well today. Probably a really fast group in all. But Godwin definitely earned some money today. Dude looked amazing and spectacular. Another guy that Josh Malone, he looked really good. Definitely high on him. Definitely excited for him. I think I did a video. I think he was in my spotlight video. I should have went back and looked, but I'm pretty sure he's in my spotlight video. Zay Jones definitely made money today. For sure made money. And then who's another receiver that I was looking at that was pretty good? Sean Hogan from I don't have a school. But Hogan, definitely, he did good today in a lot of the drills and things like that. It was a guy that stood out to me personally that I enjoyed. Cooper Kupp definitely looked good today. So a lot of these receivers just overall took care of business, came out and did what they're supposed to. With that being said, John Ross running a 4.22, definitely a guy that a lot of people are now going to look in a lot more. We knew he was fast. He was one of those things like he's fast. You're expecting 4.3 or less, but he actually ran a 4.22, and so a lot of people are like, "Oh wow!" And then on top of that, him being a quality receiver, so him being able to run routes like a true receiver and also still take care of business. I think that with that 4.22, he's probably worked himself into the first round. It's going to be really exciting to see what happens there with him. Some teams might go reaching for him. Just a real quick side note, I think that the New Orleans Saints might be in play for him. If they can move Brandon Cooks for the right price, definitely going to come back and definitely going to be a guy that I think a lot of people are going to be willing to, or the Saints are going to be willing to take. If they can move Brandon Cooks for the right price, go up and get John Ross to replace Cooks, and then at the same time still get picks in the first round and the later parts of the round to bolster their defense. That was really it that I had for the receivers. Like I said, overall, a really nice group, a nice fast group. You got a little bit of everything that you're looking for: size, speed, athleticism, mismatch guys. You got pretty much a good, solid group of receivers here. Next we had the quarterbacks. Now, the quarterback evaluation was really interesting for me because going into the situation, I personally wasn't high on too many guys. Well, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was a guy that I was serious about. Like, at Deshaun Watson, I thought could have been number one overall. But with team needs and everything, how everything else is falling, Deshaun Watson doesn't look like he's going to fall that far, or he's not going to go that high. But I feel like personally, I think Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback in this draft class from film like just pure film, and what he's done on the field and what he's accomplished in general. But on top of that, he went into the drills, definitely separated himself, I think, from a lot of these other quarterbacks that people are high on, like Mitch Trubisky and Mahomes. A lot of people are high on him as well. And then Kaiser, I personally wasn't impressed, but a lot of people are still high on Kaiser. But personally, I think Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback in this class. And I think that he separated himself today with a lot of accurate passes and just looked really fluent in his footwork and his dropbacks and everything else. Another guy that I was personally enjoying watching is Davis Webb from Cal. I think that he's a guy that can go in the later parts of the round, depending on the team, but he's that guy that you get in the later parts of the draft and potentially either develop down the road or potentially even start for a lot of these teams, depending on how your draft goes. And if you feel like Webb is still sitting there late, you can get him for the right price and potentially start for your team, or at least compete for a starting position. Dobbs, once again, I'm back and forth on Dobbs. You guys know how I feel about him. I don't hate him. I don't like him, but I'm right in the middle. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find that line, and I want to find it before the draft happens. But as of right now, as of today, the way he participated in the combine, he looked really well, and I'm gonna say I like Dobbs today. But we'll see further on with pro days and everything else come along. But Dobbs looked really quality, and once again, a guy you can get late at a good value, and then not have to worry about the early parts of your draft or reaching for some of these quarterbacks. I don't Outside of Watson personally, I don't feel like any of these quarterbacks should go in the first round. But Trubisky's going to be a guy. Trubisky actually looks the part. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate Trubisky. I just don't know enough about him. But he definitely has the stature and the build that you look for a quarterback. Like when I seen him today in the combine, he looked like a quarterback that can take a lick, like just take a good hit, still pop up, and then throw a 30-yard bomb. So it's like right there on the fine line. I want to know more about Trubisky, but I'm just not a big fan of him. Second or third round, you get a good value pick there. Second round more, but you get a good quality value pick with him, and then you'd be okay, and you can just move forward with that. And then we're gonna get onto the group that right now just really irritates me. It borderline frustrates me and angers me a little bit because of how much I actually enjoy the NFL and how much I enjoy football and things of that nature. Now, everyone does their own little thing, you know. Every team has their own little quirks and their own little things here and there like that. And some things work and some things don't. But sometimes it is true that the NFL is a copycat league. And so a lot of these teams sometimes do copycat each other, and they do say, oh, that worked for you, so it could work for me. And then you start to see other teams do it, and then it just doesn't work the same. And then, or you'll see teams start off looking really hot with some new scheme or something. Prime example that I'm going to get straight to the point is Miami Dolphins when they implemented the Wildcat. They looked really quality. They looked amazing. And that 1 year, they were unstoppable. The following season, people had film and tape on the Wildcat, and they completely neutralized that offense. So, personally, what I'm saying is the NFL, in my opinion, is always going to be a defense wins championships, run heavy. If you could pass the ball excellently, that's quality as well. But it's going to be a run-first defensive league, in my opinion. Like, I'm always going to come back to that. You look at some of the teams that actually win the Super Bowl, and that's really how they win the Super Bowl. Get solid defense and basically a good solid running game. I mean, you look at the New England Patriots winning this past Super Bowl. If that defense doesn't step up in the second half, they don't win that game because Atlanta was mopping the floor with them times 10. But I don't know. I got completely off subject. Like, I'm really frustrated about this. Basically, what I'm getting to is how Jordan Reed has kind of made everything okay for a tight end to be 6'3" or 6'2". These guys are oversized receivers that look good. Like, don't get me wrong, like Evan Ingram, like clearly he tested well. He looked amazing in the combine at the tight end position, and they consider him tight end. And it's just like a lot of people are praising him. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't praise him because he's only 6'3", he's 237. The way he moved and ran, he was supposed to move and run. Like, he was supposed to do those things. He didn't do anything that he wasn't supposed to do. You put him in a wide receiver group, he's a tier 2, or I would say he's on the upper end of the wide receiver group. Like, he looks amazing if he's a wide receiver too. So I think once he gets into the league, somebody's going to ask him to shed a couple pounds and move out wide. He's a good ball catcher and all those things. Like, I'm not taking anything away from his talent. It's just I hate that the fact that he's getting evaluated as a tight end and not as a true receiver, because I feel like he can be a good receiver. Now, on the flip side, Bucky Hodges from Virginia Tech looked amazing. I like his size, a prototype tight end, if you will. Ran really well, looked amazing. Caught the ball fairly okay. Kind of looked stiff in his drills from a tight end perspective, or like when they had him line up in a three-point stance. But other than that, he looked pretty decent. And then we had, obviously, in my opinion, the real star of the tight end position was O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard looked amazing. Like, I'm not going to lie. Dude looked amazing. Size, prototype speed, the true mismatch guy. That Jimmy Graham, Antonio Gates really don't line out wide. So, Jimmy Graham, Rob Gronkowski, even Aaron Hernandez kind of type guy. Martellus Bennett, those kind of guys. You kind of get the picture of what I'm saying. These tall guys that can create mismatches that are too fast for a linebacker or safety, but too big and strong for a corner. Like that's what I like. Ingram is going to be faster than a linebacker and safety, but still be able to be covered by a corner, if that makes sense. So, like, that's what I'm kind of getting at in my line there. And then Sheehan, that's his name, Shaheen. I don't know. I just butchered that. From Ashland. He looked really good for his size. I think he was like 273 or something like that, 6'6". And dude was like, he was big, but he ran really well, caught the ball really well, looked like a really good tight end. So it's like, for that size and for him to run that well and look that amazing, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of something that you take into consideration, if you will. And that's really all I had today. I didn't really have any tight end spotlighted for my perspective of anything. I told you guys my spotlight receivers. Henderson from Louis Tech, I can't say it. Louisiana Tech. He was a guy that I also liked from a wide receiver position. Josh Malone definitely performed really well. I was kind of sad that Mike Williams didn't run his 40, just on a side note. I wish he would have ran his 40, but I'm at the conclusion that he didn't like the 40 time that he was posting weeks prior to the combine, so he's going to wait till his pro day. They'll work on that. And, you know, if it works, that's cool. But I think that's it. That's it. Oh, one more side note. One more. Zay Jones definitely played himself into the first round, I think, today. Definitely helped his stock tremendously. Helped his stock out in the Senior Bowl. Killed it in the combine. We're talking squeaking at the end of the first round, but I think he definitely played himself into the first round comfortably. Hopefully, and I think a lot of teams could use him in some situations. All right, but that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching this video. I know it's sort of on the longer side. If you're not a footballologist yet, go and subscribe to the YouTube channel today. And come back tomorrow for the day 3 of the Scouting Combine. I'm going to try to get the video out a little bit sooner. And stay safe, football fans.